of the Commons is a community-wide event where we come together and celebrate all that we share in our community, whether it's our parks and our libraries, to our river, to the internet, and really thinking critically about what the Commons are and what are the state of the Commons.
The Festival of the Commons is one of an ongoing series of symposia that we have been doing ever since the Sabo Center was created 4 years ago. We've done symposia on healthcare, education, current economy, economic policy. And so this year, the Festival of Commons, with our extraordinary opportunity to have Elinor Ostrom, the Nobel Laureate of 2009 in economics, to join us to expand our conversations about public policy, the role of government, and the role of citizens in this whole process.
It has three parts, in my view. One is simply celebrating the things we share, like the park in the middle of Augsburg and Christensen Center and the water and air, but common things, sidewalks. Secondly, there's an intellectual piece. What is the Commons? How is it created and sustained? A lot of times people don't even think about that we share things, and certainly not how are we going to keep them. And thirdly, I see it as the launch of an ongoing effort in the Twin Cities to strengthen the Commons.
The events that will be happening at Augsburg, Friday, October 7th. First, we're bringing in Nobel laureate Elinor Ostrom, who, as I've mentioned before, has written extensively on strategies for caring for the commons. We've set up this wonderful opportunity for students from across the Twin Cities, students at the University of Minnesota, Augsburg, St. Kate's, St. Thomas, Macalester, Hamlin, MCTC, and other schools. To engage Dr. Ostrom directly in two master classes. The master class notion is borrowed from the world of music education, where sometimes a famous performer will come in and then will work with local students on a particular, on a particular instrument or a particular musical endeavor. So we invited students from across the Twin Cities to submit applications to be part of these master classes. The requirement was that they have already worked on, are working on, or will be working on a project related to the Commons in some way. And hopefully they'll also have some familiarity with Dr. Ostrom, and in fact I know already by seeing the applications that many are familiar with her work. So I thought that's a better strategy for bringing an outside guest speaker to interact with students than bringing an outside guest speaker to an established classroom where only some of the students might be interested. And the way we've set it up, theoretically, we should have a group of people who are all interested in what the guest speaker has to say. So this should produce a better than average experience for people who don't know each other coming together and sharing an hour together and talking about the issues related to the Commons. Then we'll have the keynote speech featuring Dr. Elinor Ostrom, and we'll have two panelists who will be responding to her talk, and there will be a dialogue between the panelist and her. Those panelists are from local organizations who do work locally. But I think it's important that we have a local perspective responding to Dr. Ostrom.
Well, Elinor is at the heart of a global network of researchers, which has looked at how are commons sustained, how do they survive over time in all different kinds of societies. Rural fishing villages in Africa, the prairie lands and the steppes of Asia, inner cities in the United States. And she won a Nobel Prize for her work on this research in 2009. And what they found was that she challenged and she basically disproved the dominant ways people have of thinking about the commons. it was thought that the only possible fate of the commons in the modern world was either for it to be sold off to private development, so it would be privatized, or that government needs to take it over. And she found in most cases neither work very well. And the only thing that really works is for citizens to have a sense of ownership and involvement in taking care of the commons. So she has a very citizen-centered approach to the commons. It's not pro-big government, it's not pro-business, big business, it's focused on citizens. It's not, it recognizes you need government and you need markets, but there's a strong citizen focus. So we call her Nobel Prize the first Nobel Prize for the civic field.
From 5:30 to 7 on October 7th, we're going to have a Festival of the Commons, which is going to feature, it's going to be in Murphy Park, which is the first public park in the Twin Cities, which we think is really appropriate for the event. We're going to have organizations, as I said before, that are doing work related to caring for shared resources. We're going to have food trucks there. The students are planning on doing a clothing swap. There will be theater. Our theater program is going to be doing some performing as well around the topic of the commons or shared resources. So it's intended to be really lively and fun, a fun way to engage the question of the commons. There will be music featuring the Brass Messengers, a wonderful brass ensemble that always seems to breathe life into any event. So it should be really fun.
Well, our sense, and we work with a lot of young people and students across the world, actually. 23 countries, we have a youth initiative called Public Achievement, in which young people learn how to be agents of change, make effective change. So we find young people are really concerned about the future of the world. There's so many problems. There are threats to the commons, like the environment is a good case. There's a sense of worry, and young people, in our experience, want to be agents of change. So this is, in a sense, a school for citizenship.
Students should participate in the Festival of the Commons because it is applicable to their lives and important for them to consider the state of the commons in their future.
The Festival of the Commons is an opportunity to celebrate what is already happening, but because we have a person of Elinor's stature and other people coming to talk with us, it's a chance to deepen our understanding of what it means to be a citizen now and virtually anywhere in the world and in the future.
I mean, I know Augsburg students, and they want to be active. Augsburg students are very reflective, and they're very thoughtful, and they're very smart. Yet I sense from them a yearning to do things more than to just reflect on things. Just to take a quotation from a band that was popular when I was an undergrad, and maybe they're still popular, Jane's Addiction. They have a song called Ocean Size, and the chorus, which I love, is I want to be more like the ocean, no talking and all action.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people look to saviors, to heroes, to celebrities to fix our problems. But the message of the Commons, the Festival of the Commons, and the citizen approach is we are the ones we've been waiting for. Nobody's going to rescue us. We need to claim our own agency, our own power, our own responsibility.